Sitka High School Gymnasium. Welcome to Sitka High School Wolves men's basketball. Tonight's second game in a row between the Wolves and the visiting Eagles from West Anchorage High School. And we don't have to tell you where that is, do we? Last night, this is kind of a crazy thing. At the beginning of the season, the second game that Sitka played, which was in the Palmer tournament, up in the mat, up in Palmer, West beat Sitka without an awful lot of problems. It wasn't a close game. Last night, the Wolves come out here and pummel and drummel the West High Eagles by a score of 62-36. I mean, they had them at their mercy and they never let up. And that's what they're looking for again tonight. If they win, they'll go to 6 wins and 2 losses on the season. For the West Anchorage Eagles, they are now 5 wins and 3 losses. They've lost to Juneau and they've lost to Sitka and Colony. I believe it was Colony, and then they've got wins over the Job Corps, which is an alternative high school up in the valley, in the Wasilla area, and they beat Bartlett and they beat Service. Yeah, so this is a tall West High School team. Matter of fact, decided height edge over the Wolves, and but a lot of first-year ball players, and so that always makes a big difference. The coach of the West Anchorage is Gary Weber, and his 3rd year as head coach is 9th year overall, and his assistant is T.J. Smith in his 4th year. We thank. Well, we're ready to go with both ball clubs. For the Eagles, coming out on the floor, their post, Jeremy Holmquist, a 6'5" second-year varsity player. He's a senior. One of the 3 guards, Will Newman, a 5'10" senior, his 2nd year in the ball club. Now out on the floor comes Pat Brisbane, and he will play forward and post. He's 6'5", a junior in his 2nd year in the ball club. Here comes the point guard, Kevin Butler, a 5'11" junior in his 1st year on the ball club. And finally, Jeff Anderson, a 5'11" junior guard, his 2nd year on the varsity. The rest of the lineup is Eric Ludwig, who started last night, Amin Abdul, Brandon Marshall, Chad Cray, and David Hunley. As we said, Gary Weber is their coach. For the Sitka High School Wolves, of course, John Bisson in his 15th year, Rich Krupa in his 4th as assistant coach. The managers are Alicia Rogers and Margot Kennedy. And here comes the big guy himself, Brian Benton, 6'9", playing the post. 2nd year kid by Pat Crenna, a senior, 6'3", and he likes playing forward with a big kid, with like Benton playing alongside him. Then the next kid out is Aaron Bisson. He'll play guard. Then Jeff Keita, who plays either guard or forward. Bisson's 5'11", Keita is 6'1". They are both seniors. And finally, Jared Herai, also a senior. This is and he's a 5'8" guard. So Sitka likes to go the 3-guard offense, and we know for sure that West is. In case you don't know it, West is in the gold uniforms with black trim. Those are their school colors, and Sitka in their white, blue, and red. And our referees tonight, and just move it first, our national anthem. And we're ready to go with basketball. The referees tonight are Charlie Brown, Keith Perkins and Dennis Valandry. Gary Perkins is our scorekeeper. And let's see, that's Gary Lang running the clock. So we got everybody set. I'm Terry Pegues, our scorekeeper, and our stat man is Jim Brown. And the camera is, because he owns it, is run by Dan Edelane. He won't let us close to the dang thing. So in the first half, it will be Anchorage moving to your camera left, our left, and it will be Sitka going to the right, and Krenna will jump against Pat Brisbane. Krenna 6'3", Brisbane 6'5". There's that height advantage. Tip is in the backcourt. Controlled by Anchorage, right-hand side. Butler up with a jumper. Yes! Take that back. That was Will Newman. So give Newman the deuce. And hey, Sitka throws the ball away. And that's not an auspicious start for the Wolves at all. So Anchorage will put the ball in play. They set up the out-of-bounds play. They're on their offensive end. There's a screen, no screen. He didn't hold it long enough to come back out. And that's Butler for three. Yes. And it's just like that. 5-zip with less than 10 seconds gone in the first quarter. Krenna, cross court. Nice fake. I thought he walked, but he got it down. Feed from Aaron Bisson. It's 5-2. Early going, nobody ever knows. Butler with the ball on top. Anderson there, right-hand side again. That's Newman for three. It's 8-2. And Bisson loses the ball, just not keeping care of it. Butler drives to the bucket, draws a foul from Kita, and we'll have a chance for the three-point play. And Sitka really needs to get organized. When's the last time you saw Aaron Bisson lose the ball in the backcourt, just dribbling and not paying attention to where it was? He wasn't taking care of it. And I don't remember. Maybe when he was a freshman or sophomore, freshman playing JV, something like that. 10-2, just like that. West out with a big 8-point lead. We've still got over 7 minutes to play in the quarter. Shot's no good. Benton with a rebound. Bisson in the backcourt. Hawked by Butler. There's a two-man trap. They'll come on up to Hirai. Hirai now drives across the 10-second line. Smart move by Hirai. Hirai cross-court pass, tipped once. They'll kick it back outside to Bisson. Hirai drives. He's taking it in. And beautiful rejection by Pat Brisbane. That's the first block shot of the ball game, and it's still 10-2. Sitka trying to not let Anchorage get this thing, or rather get this thing out of hand. Pass comes to Bisson. Bisson around his man, kicks it out on front. There's the three-pointer, and Kita nails it. And Jeff can do that all night when he gets his stroke going, and it's 10-5. On top of the ball. Butler to Anderson, back to Butler. Butler in the lane. Nice defense. And Butler comes back up with it, though. Quick pass inside, and that was a smart foul. I don't know who they're going to give it to, but I'll tell you, Brisbane had the cripple lay-in, and the ball didn't go. I don't know what Keith Perkins was signaling, but it's certainly not a made basket. But Hirai draws the foul, and he fouled him hard enough, not a dirty foul, but a hard foul, and he wouldn't allow the lay-in, and that's smart basketball. Shots up, shots good. Brisbane says, I don't care wherever you want to give them to me, underneath, out here at the free throw line. Just let me have the basketball. 11-5, a 6-point lead, and Brisbane shot on the way. Short. Rebound again. Benton ahead to Bisson. Bisson over the 10-second line. Traps on. Gets it to Kita, or rather to Krenna, and Krenna's fouled. And charged the foul to Holquist. Jeremy, 6'5" senior. They got to list him as a forward. His second year on the ball club. As Bisson takes the inbound pass. Again, the three-pointer from Kita. No, won't go. Rebound. tipped one, still fighting for it, out of bounds, and knocked off a Hirai. Will go to the Eagles. Last time I saw the Eagles play in Southeast Alaska was the 1968 state championship. Ketchikan beat them 2-1. John Brown leading the way, and I broadcast those games. Nice move inside. Brisbane gets 2 more, and it's an 8-point lead, 13-5 for the Eagles from West Anchorage High School. Hirai with the ball. Out on top, Bisson. The 1-3-1, yeah. Oh, being hawked. Krenna down the lane. Nice. Oh, he switched. He went left to right and got Brisbane going the other way. 4 points for Kita, and it's 13-7. A 6-point lead for Anchorage. That's an NBA 3, and it goes. I mean, folks, that was a 3-3, and that is 7 points now for Kevin Butler. Inside, Benton can't get it to go. On the follow, can't get it to go. Tips it once, twice. Tipped out of bounds, goes off of Brisbane, and it will be Sitka's basketball. Kita will inbounds. Quickly into the game for Sitka now is Scott Jones. And out comes Brian Benton, and this will send, I'm sure, well, Jones might. At 6, they might use him at post, but I think it means Krenna's going to go to the post. Pass comes to Bisson. Out on top, Hirai. Hirai drives, still drives, beats them all. Great move by Jared Hirai. And it's 16-9, a 7-point lead. Hirai's first bucket of the ball game. Butler in the backcourt, double trap, triple. There's the steal. Sitka pressure. Oh, nice move. Bisson puts it up, blocked, and fouled in there. And that's about all that Anderson could do. And he tried to do it with the hips and keep his hands down, but that was a good call by Charlie Brown, and Bisson will go to the line to shoot 2. Sitka's got very good speed, good quickness, and they need to put that kind of trapping pressure on more. 4:48 to play in the first quarter. Shots on the way, and it's good. Bisson's first point of the ball game, and it's so far, and that's not much out of your guards in the first half of the quarter. 3 points, especially on a guard-oriented team. Second shot's up. No, nice tip outside by Krenna. Steal, nope. But boy, give an A for effort to Hultquist. All 6'5" of them, and man, I mean, he stretched and he reached. Pass will come in to Bisson. Go far side. Jones. Krenna, nope. Little give and go won't work, and Jones again will set it up outside. On the inside of the post, Krenna. Back to Jones, left side Kita. Krenna moves inside. Kita now kicks it back out. Jones, he's going to shoot the jumper, little double pump, and great block out of bounds by Jeremy Hultquist. And actually, Jones was trying to get something that wasn't there, I think. He looks at that scoreboard, you're down 6. It's the first quarter, there's lots of time to play in the ball game. Bisson to Hirai. Hirai, checked by Anderson. High post gives it to Kita, back to Hirai. Hirai back out to Kita. Kita for 3, yes! That'll put you back in a ball game in a hurry. That's 6 points for Jeff Kita, both on 3s. Here's that backcourt pressure again with the ball, Newman. And the ball almost stolen in the backcourt. They're still fighting for it. It's loose on the ground. Still loose on the ground, and there's a jump ball. And the arrow's pointing which way? It's going to Sitka. And they'll take it. They're down 16-3. They've been down by 8, guys. They've been down by 9. We get a backcourt foul that Valandry didn't see, even though it's only about 12 feet in front of him. Nice weak side. Bisson on the reverse lane. Can't get it down, but he draws a foul. And this one is going to be on Hultquist, I'm pretty sure. We'll take a look and see. Actually, probably because he was bumped. That's 2 on Hultquist, if I made the call right. Into the basketball game now comes Eric Ludwig, who started last night. Out comes Kevin Butler. So who goes to point for West if they can get the ball up? This pressure has really helped for Sitka, put them back in a ball game. They're now down just by 3. Into the game now comes Amin Abdul, and out will come Hultquist. 2 quick fouls in the basketball game for Sitka High. Dungo, guys, comes Casey Campbell. Then out will come Jeff Kita. Campbell, 6'4". This is his first year in the ball club, junior. And Bisson puts it up, gets the shooter's bounce, and down it goes. So give Aaron 3 points in the ball game, and it's a 16-4, or 2 points, excuse me, 16-14. Again, the shot's on the way, and it is good. Swisherini, guys. 16-15. That 9-point lead looks a little lonesome. Jeff Anderson, here comes the pressure defense. Cross-court pass. Gets it to Newman over the 10-second line. They go to Brisbane. Cross-court Anderson. Anderson takes it on top, and he's going to play point. Sitka in that 2-1-2 zone. Oh, boy, Abdul underneath, and gets it up, gets it down, and draws the foul. Nice power move by Amin Abdul, and the chance for the 3-point play. Foul goes to Pat Crenna. That's his first. Matter of fact, we've got 3 team fouls each way. These referees will let you play, but they won't let you get away with a lot of extra contact. Shots up, shots good. Oh, nice soft touch. So Abdullah with a 3-point play, and it's a 4-point lead again. Now there's backcourt pressure from West. Jones, far side. Crenna up in the air, double pump, no rebound. Oh, off of Campbell's. Campbell had the cinch. He couldn't hang on to it. Anderson over the 10-second line now for West. Excuse me about that. Goes to Ludwig. Back to Anderson, to Ludwig. Ludwig's got the 3. Nope, there's the defense. Hirai's got just dynamite quickness and speed. Campbell looks inside. They'll kick it back out to Anderson again. Playing the point. 2-3 zone for Sitka. And there's a block shot. Fighting for it. And hey, there should be a foul. And there is a foul. And that was a good call as they went on the floor. Will Newman just wrapped his arms around at Bisson's neck and dragged him down so he couldn't get that loose ball. Now pressure defense is out. Will come Crenna, and back comes Benton for Sitka in the backcourt. Hirai over the 10-second line. Jones going to Bisson, and Bisson loses it. That's a second unassisted turnover by Bisson, and Anchorage converts. It's now 21-15, a 6-point lead again. Jones ahead, now to Bisson. Bisson says, okay, we'll set it up. Campbell's a high post. Bisson, nope, baseline's not there. In the free throw line, Hirai jump shot, got it. Nice pass from Bisson. Nice, cool one-hander from Hirai. His 4th point in his 21-17, a 4-point lead. With the ball, there's the steal. Pressure again. Bisson made a start. Here comes Hirai. Hirai is about mugged out there. And that's a 30-foot call. And I don't usually like 30-foot calls by refs, but he was getting whacked pretty good. So the foul goes to Abdul or Ludwig. And subs back in the ball game. Keita's back in. Out will come Bisson. Butler is back in. And who's coming out? Oh, okay. We'll catch that. Coming out was Eric Ludwig. Let's sick this ball. Somebody's got to break to the ball pretty quick. And we're going to have 5 seconds, and we did. And actually, I don't know. That's 3 turnovers so far against the Wolves here. We're in the first quarter, 1:55 to play, and the West High Eagles from Anchorage are ahead 21-17. Eagles with the ball, almost a steal. Butler in the backcourt. No steal there. Nice pass, driving it in. Abdul to the basket, and he is decked by Benton. And I've got an idea that Amin Abdul is not used to getting knocked down like that. But on the other hand, it's probably the first time he's run into somebody as tall and as big as Brian Benton. So Abdul, who hits 1 for 1 from the line. Nice soft touch, puts it up. It looks good, and it is good. He makes it 22-17, a 5-point lead. We've got a 1:38 to play in the first quarter, and again, the 6'2" forward from West puts it up. No, it won't go. Benton's got the rebound. Don't fool with Benton. Up to Hirai over the 10-second line. There's a 3-man trap, and Benton didn't realize the pass was for him. Casey Campbell with the ball gets a nice pass to Hirai, and they're trapping. It's kind of like a zone. It's kind of like a zone hit. Bad pass. on the ball, on the floor, picked up by Hirai. And there's Kita from outside. The three won't go. And that'll be Casey Campbell, or is that Jones? Scott Jones charged with a foul. Comes over the back. That'll be the 5th team foul. No shooting situation yet. 5 team fouls on each ball club. And here's a 1-3-1 zone press setting up for the Wolves. Anderson with the ball to Butler. Over the 10-second line, almost loses it. Butler in the lane, hands it off to Brisbane. Shots up, no. Rebound, and we'll get a foul on Brisbane, and he knew it. He was over the back on Benton. That'll be 6 team fouls, and on Brisbane, that is personal foul number 1. So nobody's in foul trouble except the only guy who's got 2 is Holquist. Either ball club. There's the pass ahead. Hirai. Oh, isn't that nice? Really pretty. 3 on 1, and Hirai did what he had to do. The defender dropped off, and Hirai nails it. 6 points in the first quarter for Jared Hirai. There's a steal again. Jones with the ball. Drives in the lane. Stops, fakes, puts one up, and it won't go, but he draws a foul. And this one is going to be on Eric Ludwig, I'm pretty sure. We'll take a look. I really like, that's 2 fouls on Ludwig. I really like Charlie Brown for announcers or a fan's point of view because he lets you know who the foul is on and what the call is. He's very visual. Meantime, Jones at the line for Sitka fires up, back rib, and boy, I mean, that was like it came off of a spring, tightly coiled spring. So Scott Jones now, looking for that soft touch. That looks a little better. Bounce, rolls, and goes. So it's 22-20. The lead's back down to 2 points, but Sitka just can't get over that edge. The pass comes to Ludwig over the 10-second line. Anderson back to Ludwig. Ludwig at center court. The 2-3 zone. Again, Ludwig, right-hand side Butler. Inside Brisbane. Nice move. Good fake. Double pump, no. Rebound on the floor, picked off inside by Bisson, but he throws it out of bounds. He just ran out of people to look for, I think. Got screened out by a couple of Anchorage players and just popped the ball up where he thought the outlet pass ought to go. Nobody home, and Anchorage got another chance to go out by 4. Anderson with a 3-pointer that won't go. Rebound, tipped once, twice, and Hirai, the shortest guy on the floor, comes with it. We're down to 1 second. There will be no shot. Or if there is, it won't count. But Sitka getting some momentum back at the end of the 1 full quarter play. The score is the Sitka High School Wolves 20 and the East Anchorage Eagles 22. Back to basketball, quarter number 2. The score 22-20. The West Anchorage Eagles, who lost big time here last night by 26 points, are now back in the ball game, or rather leading the ball game by 2 points. Anderson, Ludwig, and Butler, 3-guard offense. Abdul and Brisbane are the guys on the inside for West Anchorage. The Eagles, Abdul high post. They just move it around some more. Now there's the kid they want to shoot the 3, and he bangs it down. Kevin Butler. That's 11 points for Butler. Kita quickly with a 10-second line. Jones, lob pass, trying to save. Good hustle. Jones' pass was just too high for Benton. That's 5 turnovers for Sitka here, and we've still got 7.5 minutes to play in the first half. You can't win games doing that, guys. Anderson at the point. High point is Brisbane. Right-hand side. Up with that outside is Ludwig. Bouncing once, twice, no. Rebound down by Benton. Benton fires it up. They've got a 3-on-1. Nice lookout. Pass left-hand side. And Kita can't get it down, basically because he's fouled by Kevin Butler, who draws his first. But that's 8 team fouls. This is a shooting foul, I'm pretty sure. But it'd be a 1-on-1 if it wasn't. 5 team fouls against Sitka. Into the basketball game for the first time tonight. Brandon Marshall, a senior, a 6'5" post, playing his first year on the ball club. Coming out is Brisbane, also into the ball game. Back in the ball game is Will Newman, and out comes Jeff Anderson for Anchorage. Meantime, Kita, who's leading all scorers, I believe, just pops the first one. It's 25-21. Jeff with 7 points, 11 points, I think, for Butler. No, won't go, but boy, great rebound. Great rebound from Krenna, and Krenna is grabbed and yanked from behind by Will Newman, and that's 9 team fouls. The 1-on-1 is on, but after this, Sitka will be shooting 2 fouls on every foul. That is 2 personals, by the way, on Will Newman. 4-point lead for the Eagles, a 3-point lead for the Eagles. Krenna with his 5th point. Nobody's sitting on the ball tonight. We're allowed to run about 70 points the way both ball clubs are playing. 25-22, 7:05 to play in the half, and Krenna nails the second one. Pat, nice shooting. 25-23, and here comes Butler, who usually plays the point for West. And will now because Anderson's out of the ball game. On the far side, Newman got the ball, back to Butler, left-hand side. Gives it to Ludwig. Ludwig comes back out on top. The zone switches. Keita's on top now. Abdul goes in, can't get it. Benton tips the ball, is still alive, and comes up quick hands. Bisson. Bisson ahead. Jones stops up. Back to Bisson. Oh, inside too hard and going away from it. Hey, boy, 2 beautiful saves. I don't know about Krenna. Krenna drives. Puts a pass into Benton. Benton's shot is blocked nicely by Marshall. And the Eagles come up with the ball after all of that. The tallest kid in your ball club gets checked. Outside with the ball, Newman. And you know the West guards, a lot of respect for the Sitka guards. Keita has moved to guard now. And he can play forward, he can play guard. I think in a pinch he can probably play center. Also carries the water bucket and gets the towels. And Butler, right-hand side. Will Newman, Butler, and we go down to Ludwig. And Ludwig is trapped inside there, and we get an elbow call on Ludwig. Coming back in the ball game as fast as he can get in is going to be Jeremy Holquist, and out will come Ludwig for West. Sitka's basketball. That's 10 fouls, but they rule it that's an offensive foul, not a loose ball foul. Now the pressure. Keita over the 10-second line, quickly against Holquist, kicks it back out. Jones, right-hand side. Bisson back to Jones. Oh, he's got Keita. Doesn't go to him inside. They go to. Beautiful defense from Abdul, and there's a steal right back by Krenna, who lays it up and blew the lay-in. Oh, when you're down by 2, you just can't do that with the ball. Left-hand side, Holquist from 18, no, and he's fouled by Jones. And that, they're going to rule that. They're giving him 2. That's right. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. 5:07 to play here in the second quarter. 25-23. The Eagles, who were about 15 points at this point in time last night, but now holding on to a 2-point lead. And every time Sitka makes a run, the Eagles come back. That's a mark of a really tough team. Shots on the way, and the shot won't go. So Jeremy Holquist with a chance to put his team out by 3, doesn't get it. Now it'll be Holquist again. Right-hand side, nice soft touch. Nope. Bent with the rebound, and he's fouled. He's fouled by Abdul. Yeah, and he got him across the arm. It was pretty evident from where I'm standing, so the camera should have picked it up. That's 6 rebounds for Benton, who is certainly leading all rebounders tonight. Abdul will come out of the ball game, and back comes Pat Brisbane. Brisbane has to match up against Benton, and Brisbane, who's a kind of a slender 6'5" against Benton 6'9", he's going to need some rest. Butler comes out of the game, and back in for is Jeff Anderson for the Eagles. No change in the lineup for Sitka, and the big kid knocks his free throw down. Brian Benton cuts the lead to 1 point, 25-24. Go ahead and shoot, says Charlie Brown. As he rise trying to get back in the game. Shots up, shots good. Now they'll let the sub in. Jared Herai comes into the ball game, and they got to get somebody out of there, or they're going to get caught for a technical. Yeah, Benton's coming off the floor. And we're tied at 25 with 5:05 to play in the half. Or, yes, the first half. Anderson, one-on-one against Herai. In the backcourt to 10-second line. Oh, nice. Brisbane in the clear, can't get it down, but he's fouled by Jones. That was nice ball handling. Jones' third personal. Very good ball movement from the Eagles. And it puts Brisbane to the free throw line. Out comes Jones, and in comes Casey Campbell. Brisbane's 1 for 2 from the free throw line. And he knows he's better than that, and he proves it. 2 for 3, and it's a 26-25 one-point lead for the Eagles of West Anchorage High School. Again, Brisbane. Shots up, shots good. Pass comes into Herai. Herai now trying to get some help. He needs it. Calls a timeout, so he won't get the 5-second call. And that's one that and we'll be back. The score 27-25. 4:48 to play in the half, and we'll be back in a moment. Enjoy that 20-second spot, folks. Could have been sexy, but I couldn't stop talking. Let's see. I don't think there's a change in either ball club's line. Yeah, Campbell's in. Yeah. Aaron over the 10-second line, and that's a blocking call. Nope. Offensive foul called on Bisson, his first, but it means a possession and that is 8 fouls against Sitka. So the one-on-one's going for West Anchorage, and the 2-shot foul situation is going for Sitka High. Anderson takes the ball over the 10-second line. Newman on top to Anderson, left-hand side. Quick pass inside, broken up by the Wolves. It's on the floor, they're fighting for it. Comes up Kita. Now we get a what? A grab and hold call on who? Holquist. If it is, it's his third. And that should be a shooting situation, and it should put Sitka at the line for 2. And I think it's Jeff Kita. Is there anybody on that team you'd rather see at the line for Sitka than Jeff Kita? I don't think so. 4:29 to play in the half, 27-25. The ref makes the call. Tells everybody, listen, nobody gets over the line and that ball's on. There we go. Shots up, shots good. For Kita, that's about 9 points. And he's 2 for 2 or 2 for 3 from the free throw line and 8 points. This will make it 9 if it goes. Lefty, one-hander on the way, swish. And we're tied again at 27. That's our second tie of the evening. We've also had 2 lead changes. And there's a steal. Here goes Herai. Lays it in. Make that 3 lead changes, and the Wolves are ahead for the first time tonight, 29-27. Steal? Yes. Beautiful. With the ball, Campbell. Back to Herai. On top, Bisson. Hawk by Newman. Newman kicks it in the backcourt. Nope, over and back. And Bisson's going, hey, wait a minute. He hit it, and the fact of the matter is he didn't hit it. It's West Anchorage's basketball. There's the steal. Bisson read it all the way. Bisson got fouled. Absolutely. And charged that one to Will Newman, and should put, hey, look at it, if it's a foul, guys. Oh, they're just saying that Newman knocked it out of bounds. There's no foul. Oh, nice pass. Bisson inside, out to Herai. Left-hand side, Kita in the clear underneath. Krenna puts it up, draws the foul. Can't get it down, but Anderson will set into the line to shoot 2. That's 2 fouls on Anderson. 3:48 to play here in the first half. The Wolves ahead finally after trailing through the first half and a quarter and a half, quarter and 2/3 or whatever it is, quarter and 3/4. Shots up, and it goes. 3 for 3 for Pat Krenna. 30-27, 3:48 to play. Shots up, bounce, and gets the shooter's roll. 31-27. It's a 4-point lead in the backcourt again. Anderson going to Newman. Back to Anderson. Anderson finally over the 10-second line. Looking for help. Nice. Underneath. Good pass up and won't go. Oh, I'll tell you, Brisbane missed, and I've got an idea as Heroy takes the ball out of bounds by trying to chase the rebound down. I got an idea that one of the reasons that Brisbane missed was he was pushed a little bit. First time into the ballgame is David Hunley, who is a junior forward, his first year in the ball club. 6'1", plays forward, but he looked at guard. Reminds you of Coleman, who used to play for the University of Alaska Southeast Juneau. Shots outside, same kind of build. Oh, that's nice steal again. Sitka's got a bunch. Bisson lays it in left-handed. Lovely. He just broke his motion in the air and let the defender fly by and then laid it up left-handed. And now the West wants a timeout with 3:04 to play in the half. The score, Sitka High School 33, the West Anchorage Eagles 27. We're back to basketball, and David Hunley's still on the floor. Anderson's on the floor. Newman is on the floor. Brisbane's on the floor, and back into the ball game is Amin Abdul, and he's a rock, guys, against the pressure defense with the ball, and that's a walk. And that was a good call because Pat Crenna had his hand on nothing but the ball. Here comes the backcourt pressure, and the pass will come back to Aaron Bisson. Picked up by Anderson. It's just one-on-one. Bisson shouldn't have any trouble with that, and he doesn't. Over the 10-second line, goes to Heroy. Heroy now, giving to far side. They go to Bisson. Quick shovel pass underneath, and Casey Campbell gets his first bucket of the ball game. 35-27, and beautiful ball movement from the Wolves in the backcourt again. Anderson over the 10-second line. That time they made it. Holds up, looks for some help, still looking for help. And Bisson knocks the ball out. But there are no easy passes. Now back in the ball game is Kevin Butler. And out will come David Hunley for the Eagles. The Eagles have turned the ball over 8 times. First time in the ball game tonight is Nathan Commodore for Sitka High. This kid's going to play a lot of basketball at Sitka before he's through. There's the out-of-bounds play, and hey, just give it to the tall guy and let him find the guard. Now he finds another tall guy. So it's Brisbane to Abdul, and now to Anderson. They got the guard. Abdul holds it up. Down the side to Butler. Oh, Abdul, big jump move into the lane. No, it won't go. Rebound tipped out. Controlled by Commodore. Commodore with a great move. Up over the 10-second line. They had a 3-on-2. Quick bounce pass underneath. Crenna puts it up. No, Crenna walks with the ball. That's right. Crenna acted like he was a little intimidated. That was a good call despite the boos. He just kept the feet moving, and he couldn't. His momentum carried him, and he didn't put the ball on the floor. Anderson over the 10-second line, being hawked by Commodore. Down to Butler. Lob pass inside. The D is there, and shooting through it and over it is Brisbane, and it's 35-29, a 6-point lead for the Wolves. Here's the pass. Bisson up ahead. Give it to. I'll tell you, I really believe the Keita could play about every position on the floor. Quick pass to Keita. Lob pass inside. There's the foul. Abdul fouls Campbell. That's his Abdul's second foul. Automatic 2 shots for Casey Campbell at the free throw line. And now we'll get another sub in the ball game. First time tonight, I think. Yep, this is Chad Cray, a 6'5" senior. His first year in the ball club. Out comes Abdul. And in the meantime, at the free throw line is Casey Campbell. He's a sophomore, guys, so he's entitled to a couple mistakes. He doesn't make one there. And it's 36-29, a 7-point lead with 1:31 to play in the first half. Remember, the Wolves have been down by as much as 9. Campbell's second shot, nice soft touch goes. He's got 4 in the ball game. Points, that is. Nathan Commodore. Another, actually Commodore is a junior. Out on top, they go to Butler. Anderson for three on the way, won't go. Rebound, nice inside Brisbane, puts it up, no, takes his own board, and then he's fouled from behind. And that will be on Aaron Bisson, I'm pretty sure.
Blood on Keita.
Oh, and Keita's got some blood on his, I don't know, it's a scratch or something, and that means that they might even be a whack in the nose. Let's take a look. That's 2 fouls on Bisson. And in the meantime, we'll take a look at it. Well, it's up around the eye. Could be a scratch. Well, hey, I remember one time in a gold medal tournament watching Paul Rudolph got his nose broken in the midway through the second quarter. They took him up, ran him up to the doctor's. Doctor pushed the nose together, shoved it full of cotton and taped it up. He came back and they won. And in the second half, about 8 minutes to go, they're down by 20 and they win the ball game. What can I tell you? Brisbane at the line as Keita now has departed the gym for repairs. Brisbane 3 for 4, and Hirai is into the ball game. Yeah, they got Keita out, so Commodore, Hirai, and Bisson. So you literally have 3 guards, and we'll see how Sitka handles a 3-guard offense. And Krenna is the big kid on the floor. And Campbell for Sitka. In the meantime, Pat Brisbane shot is up, no good. Nice rebound. Pulled off with authority by Pat Krenna. Over the 10-second line, Commodore. Oh, broken up nicely by West. And Brisbane comes with it. Brisbane is a nice ball player. He's done a lot of good things this half. Anderson over the 10-second line. Driving, and we get a grabbing foul on Hirai, which will make the 2 on him. And that's 10 team fouls going both ways, and that should put Anchorage to the free throw line. It will. So Jeff Anderson will go to the line to shoot 2. His team is down by 8 points. It's 37-29. Anderson has not shot from the line so far tonight. Soft touch, swish. So it's 37-30, and Anderson with a chance to cut the lead to 6 with 51 seconds to play here in the first half. This is a dandy basketball game. Second shot's on the way, Swisherini. 37-31 in the back court. Bisson to Hirai. Got to get it up to somebody. Going to drive it? No, he's going to pass it Commodore over the 10-second line. They about ran out of clock on that one to Bisson. 3-guard offense. The Commodore's got to remember where he's supposed to go. And that was I don't know if that was an intentional move by Bisson, but he drew that foul and did it nicely from Will Newman, and he'll go to the line, and Bisson will go to the line to shoot 2. Newman just trying to slide along with him. He got a step behind, and Bisson just took that little half dribble to the right. Wacko drew the foul. Shots up, shots good. So Aaron makes it 38-31. We've got 34 seconds to go here in the first half. Remember, Sitka, big losers, but they lost to Anchorage by about 13-14 in the Palmer tournament beginning of the season. So these two teams, hey, Bisson doesn't get that one to go. 38-31 after the turnovers, everything else. Although Anchorage now has 8 turnovers, or maybe 9 in the ball game. Pass inside, nope, and it's going to go. No, missing it is Brisbane. Who would have thought? Anderson comes up with it, brings it on the outside. They'll set it up again. 14 seconds, 10, 11 seconds, going for the last shot. Hirai on Anderson like glue to Brisbane in the lane. Hook shot goes. Beautiful move by Pat Brisbane. It's 38-33, and there's the buzzer, and that's the end of the first half. Sitka coming from 9 behind, but West Anchorage Eagles with momentum as the first half ends. The score, Sitka 38, West Anchorage 33. minutes away from the beginning of the second half. The score, Sitka 38, West Anchorage 33. It's okay, Jim. We'll get to you in a sec. I know that it's hard to do this when you got the band blaring in your ear, but that's what they do at halftime. Just the thing about Southeast Alaska basketball generally, but Sitka basketball specifically, just from where we are and looking to our right in the first 4 rows of the bleachers is a whole history of basketball going back almost 60 years. Herbie Diedrichson sitting over here. Sheldon Jackson High School, Sheldon Jackson College, Sitka A&B, the first player ever elected into the Gold Medal Tournament Hall of Fame. And he's here tonight watching a ball game. Inch for inch and pound for pound, Steve Agbaba, still to my mind the best play-by-play basketball announcer ever worked in Alaska. Inch for inch and pound for pound, Herbie D was the best player of them all. Sitting in front of him, about 2 rows down, is Gus Adams, originally of Juneau and Juneau High School and the Juneau Imperials, the best player never selected to the Gold Medal Hall of Fame. And I know that Gil Truitt and Herbie D and Bud Lang and some of those guys agree with me very strongly about that. Scott McLeod right down here to our right. John Hansen down in front of him, all-state performer in his senior year. Mike Venenberg sitting about down between Hansen and McLeod, and Gene Bartoloba. All these guys here because this is where they played. This is where Sitka and basketball are synonymous with them and they with Sitka basketball. 2.5 minutes to go. Well, I said what I wanted to say anyway. Tell me, Jim, when are you ready to do the stats? Here we go.
Okay, Terry, a little bit of excitement tonight. First of all, leading the way for West Anchorage was Kevin Butler with 11 points, 9 from Pat Brisbane, 7 from Will Newman, 4 from Amin Abdul, and 2 points from Jeff Anderson. Pretty even scoring for the Sitka High Wolves, who I'm pretty excited about. Look to show a lot of promises here. Jeff Keita leading the way with 9 points, 8 from Pat Krenna, 8 from Jarrett Herai, 6 from Aaron Bisson, 4 from Casey Campbell, 2 points for Brian Benton with 6 rebounds, and a point from Scott Jones. Pretty even in the turnover department. West High committing 10 turnovers to 8 for Sitka. From the free throw line, a little more telling story there, Terry. 7 for 13 for West High from the free throw line, shooting 54%. Sitka coming out real hot in the second quarter. They're 16 for 20 in the first half, shooting 80%.
Now that's a big difference. Of course, it goes that way. Although West should be a little more used to these rims by now. That's the way it goes when you're playing away from home. All rims are a little different, and free throws, if they're not going down like they had eyes, can kill you in a gym where you're not familiar with the rims. You don't get that shooter's bounce. We're about ready to go basketball. There's 50 seconds left on the clock, and both ball clubs around their coaches waiting to get the word. And last minute stuff, you betcha. John Bisson's got things to say to his kids. Gary Weber has got things to say to his kids. And here comes Anchorage first on the floor. Newman, Butler. You know that Brisbane's going to be out there. Holquist, and who'd I miss, guys? Oh, yeah, Newman, Butler, Anderson, right? You getcha. For Sitka, it's Jones. It's Jones. I don't have time for that. Jones and Herai, Bisson. Jones with the ball on top, going to right-hand side to Bisson. Inside, meant for Benton. Nope, ball's on the floor, and that was just the pass a little too close and a little too low, and Krenna could not handle it. So that's another turnover against West Anchorage, 38-33. Left back, look right, up with a jumper, Holquist for 3, nope, on the ground. Benton could have let it go. That's kind of living dangerously. Oh, I want to tell you, speed, beauty, and The rebound, the lay-in missed. Oh my. Butler coming the other way. From the outside for 3, and it won't go from Newman. But the rebound, it won't go either. Rebound fighting for it, and it's off of Sitka, and it will stay with the Eagles. Anderson will put the ball into play. They line up their out-of-bounds play from the left-hand edge of the free throw lane, and the pass will come out to Brisbane. Defense is there, so he'll have to rotate on the inside. They come around this way to Newman, out on top. Anderson for 2, no. Rebound for 3, no. Brisbane, great rebound, gets it up and gets it in and draws a foul. Pat Brisbane has impressed me all night long. And the foul goes on Benton. That's his second. First team foul of the second half. And Campbell comes out of the basketball game, or rather Campbell comes in and Brian Benton comes out. Benton is 6'9" or 6'10", depending on which coach you talk to. 38-35. The lead is down to 3. 38-36. That's 12 points for Brisbane in the ball game. And the lead is 2 points, and we get a turnover. Heride dribbles the ball out of bounds against the West pressure. And they'll set it up on the outside. Pat Brisbane's he's telling Holquist, okay, you get it to Anderson. Anderson's going to go here, and I'm going to be in there waiting for the ball. Don't worry about it. I can beat Krenna. I got 2-3 inches on him, and I'm going to get him. Nice scoop pass underneath, and that's just what he did. Pat Brisbane with 14 points, and we're tied at 38. So that's our third tie. Campbell with the ball to Jones. Jones just threw a bad pass. Good D from the Eagles, and out on top is Anderson. Butler, Anderson coming over this way to Newman. Newman will go back to Anderson. Yeah, Butler moves in, and he won't go to Butler, and Butler's their three-point shooter. Anderson. I think one reason is Heride gets over there so fast, but there you are, 3, and they got it. They waited a little time for it, but it's now 41-38, and that's 9 points for Butler. On the inside, Campbell won't go on the jumper. Off the floor. Holquist with the rebound, and he'll go to Anderson. Jeff Anderson over the 10. Now fires a 3, short, missed the whole gym. It's out of bounds, goes to Sitka. Missed the whole gym. That's another Steve Agbaba.
He isn't even on the bench.
No, well, I think he went to get a couple stitches is what he did. We're talking about Jeff Kita. There's a foul on who? On Newman, and that's his 4th. And Sitka's got the ball, and that is one team foul apiece in the second half. Jones is going to go to somebody. Goes to Bisson. Back to Jones, and that's a good D, because Jones has had a little trouble handling the ball. Now back to Jones. Jones to Bisson. They'll set it up. Jones has got to be a swing player, but he needs to work on his passing game a little bit. Out on top, Krenna. They'll move it on the left-hand side. Bisson with the ball. Screen from Krenna. Men on for the give and go. Krenna with a good save in the free throw line. Campbell kicks it back out. Jones for 3. Swish. Now that's the way to make it look good, and it does. And we're tied again at 41. So we got 4 ties in the ball game so far. That threw the ball away. And we'll get a foul called on, offensive foul. You know, that's the hardest call to make in basketball, I think. When a guy's coming down with the ball, and actually you're supposed to give him room to turn around. You don't have to give him room to take a step, but at least give room to turn around. And whether or not he had it, that's up to whoever is making the call. Sitka has got Commodore in the ball game. Campbell's in the ball game. Jones. They're going with 3 subs right now, and 2 starters as Heride comes out. Eric Ludwig is in the ball game now for the Eagles. In the backcourt, being checked by Commodore. No, nice move in the lane. Stops, fires the 14-footer, won't go. Good rebound by Campbell. Campbell to Scott Jones. Jones over the 10-second line. Commodore inside. Krenna. trying to get the power move, and the shot is rejected. Picked off by Commodore. There's a steal by Anderson. Anderson drives, lays it up. Good D, no, but on the follow, getting it down is Holquist, and he's fouled. So we get that foul, I think, on Casey Campbell. That's 3 team fouls against the Wolves in this half. 43-41 Anchorage leading, and at the line, Holquist. 4 team fouls. Shots up, shots good. 44-41. Yeah, I don't know, maybe Sitka thought these guys were supposed to roll over and play dead with the ball. Bisson back very intelligently right back to Jones. Jones now jump past the Bisson on the 10-second line. High post, giving it to Krenna, and Krenna is grabbed by Abdul. So Amin is a big player, and he really owns where he stands. But Krenna's smart enough to put that quick move on him, and he's a lot quicker, and he drew the foul. So good smarts from Pat Krenna. Sitka's got the basketball, and the pass will come out to Bisson. Bisson on top, left-hand side, Jones. Jones inside. Krenna being doubled. Goes to Jones, in for the 15-foot jumper, back rim, no. Rebound, still fighting for it, comes up Abdul. Where he stands, he owns. And Anderson over the 10-second line. Anderson almost lost it to Commodore, who said, hey, double dribbled, and he did, and the referee didn't see it. Well, he thought Commodore touched it, but he didn't. In the lane, give it to Pat, let him shoot, and that one doesn't go. Oh, nice outlet pass from Krenna to Campbell to the bucket. Or to Jones, I'm sorry. Scotty, forgive me. It's 44-43. Sitka trails by 1. Out on top, Anderson. Nope, not only in this time. Goes to Abdul. Abdul, beautiful pass. Quickly to Brisbane, who lays 2 more in. The Pat Brisbane makes it a 46-43 game. Jones with the ball. There comes a double. Now comes a little bounce pass. That wasn't the one pass he wanted to throw, I don't think. Jones gets it over the 10-second line. The Wolves beat the pressure. High post is Krenna. Now they got a double high post. There's a pass off to Jones. Defense is there. Nice little fake. Kicks it underside. Campbell, little double pump fake. And I just think he was intimidated out of putting it on the glass. He just overshot the entire basket. Anderson, nice crossover dribble, but his pass tipped out of there. Krenna was ready for it this time. But I'll tell you something, Pat Brisbane was standing in the clear. In comes Butler, and out comes Anderson for the Eagles, who lead 46-43 over Sitka's Wolves. And this is homecoming, which we found out about 2 minutes before the game started. How nice. Butler on top. Back to Butler. Oh, Brisbane being hawk. They go on the far side. Holquist out to Butler. Abdul back to Holquist. Nice break on the baseline. One-handed runner goes. 48-43. The Wolves down by 5. Bisson's a senior. He's got to step up, and he's got to take control of the team. He and Krenna are the senior lettermen. Krenna shots up. It's good. It goes, and he draws the foul. And that will be 4 fouls on Abdul, if that's the guy. Or Holquist, rather. Oh, boy, they can't. If Holquist has got 4, yeah, he's hollering for help to the bench. And out comes Campbell. And into the ball game for Sitka comes who? Scott Jones is in there. Oh, Benton is back in. How do I miss Benton? I can't believe I did that. Krenna with a chance of 3-point play, and he gets it down. Now we got subs in the ball game. Chad Cray will come in, and Holquist will come out. Commodore comes in and making his first appearance tonight is Dustin McLeod. And with the ball, Butler for the Eagles, who lead by 2, 48-46, 1:45 to play in the third quarter. Out on top. And guess who's come outside? Brisbane. Going to Ludwig. Down to Abdul, who draws a foul from Krenna. Krenna started to go, who, me? You can hear the slap from up here. That's Krenna's what, first foul? And second personal. That's 4 team fouls against the Wolves, if the board is right. But we may be ahead of the board. 2 for 3 from the line is Amin Abdul from West Anchorage. Shots on the way. Nice soft touch. You know, most guys that big are banging them off the iron and shaking the board and stuff. And this guy just lays it up there over the rim. 49-46. Shots on the way. 50-46. 4-point lead for the Eagles. As I said, every time the Wolves get close, the Eagles just push it back out. They've got a 1-2-2 zone of their own going now, which will probably switch to a 1-3-1. Krenna inside. Benton turns, fires, and it's tipped nicely. Hey, Brisbane saved the shot. Butler with a great pass, but it's just a little bit behind Abdul, who manages to save. Brisbane back to Abdul, reverse lay-in, won't go. Rebound, fighting for it. And Abdul saves in to Butler, who lays it in for 2. Oh my, I'll tell you, those are the kind of plays and the kind of hustle that can change the whole complexion of a ball game. And there you go again, a long pass, way too long. The defense is going to get over there and get it, and they did. And Butler hit it, and then off of Bisson, out of bounds, and it belongs to the Eagles, who lead by 6 now, 52-46. Butler in the wall, and I think we got a man-to-man right for Sitka High. We haven't seen that yet. The fast hands aren't there. Hirai's not there. And we get a foul called on McLeod reaching around. He's going to have to learn. And he's just a young ball player. That's his first. That makes it 5 team fouls against the Wolves. 2 more, and the Eagles, who lead by 6, will be shooting the 1-on-1. They've got the ball, a chance to go out by 8. There's Abdul to the basket, the power move. It doesn't go, but he draws a foul. Krenna's arguing, he was pushed off, and Charlie Brown just shakes him off. 3 fouls on Pat Krenna, and we've still got 8 minutes and 24 seconds to play in the ball game. It's West Anchorage by 6. Campbell will come into the game for the Wolves. Out will come Pat Krenna. 3rd foul, and probably needs a little rest. Not having Jeff Keita really hurts. It takes that outside 3-point shooter away from you. Look, and at the same time, a guy who can drive to the bucket, a guy who can shoot the pull-up jumper. Krenna's this year's version of Ryan Lane. That's essentially what it is. Ryan playing at San Diego City Junior College right now. Shots up, shot won't go. 53-46, rebound won't go. Rebound on the floor, fighting for it, still fighting for it. Picked off by Sitka, and with the ball, nope, loose again. And Jones comes up, scoop pass ahead, and nope. It's not for lack of hustle, it's just that floor is too smooth. That sliding out of bounds for the ball was Dustin McLeod. Out comes, out comes Cray. Back in the ball game is Eric Ludwig for West Anchorage, and Anderson over the 10-second line. Expect a lot of ball. We're going out of the quarter. Brisbane does what he has to do. The long outside shot won't go. Hey, but at the end of 3 full quarters of play, and after last night, who would have thunk it? The score is the West Anchorage High School Eagles 53 and the Sitka High School Wolves 46. Quarter number 4, Anchorage ahead. If they win, they will have a 3-2 edge on the season. West Anchorage scored 20 points to Sitka's 8 in that 3rd quarter, and they lead it by 7, 53-46. And they'll put the ball into play. Ludwig being hawked by McLeod over the 10-second line. Lob pass on the inside nicely. Brisbane, little fadeaway, one-hander, nope. Rebound, hey, nice, and put right back up and in there. Great hustle. Jeremy Holquist puts his team ahead by 2 more points. He'll get a chance to shoot the 3, and that foul is on McLeod. That's his 2nd. And to the line, Holquist for West Anchorage. Shots up, won't go. Rebound tipped around once. On the floor comes up Bisson. Bisson ahead to Hirai. I don't know why they did that, or rather was that wasn't Bisson. That's Krena. That's why, because the big kid wanted to get it to the guard, and it's just going to be Sitka's basketball. Everybody thought maybe Sitka was going to get a foul out of that, but they didn't. And had they, it still wouldn't be a shooting situation. The one-on-one rule's on for Anchorage if they draw a foul now. Hirai. Jones. Well, not back to Hirai. Jones, I don't know. There it is now to Krena. Outside Hirai. Hirai around 2 guys, 3 guys. Kicks it back out. Jones for 3. Back rim, no. And he didn't follow his shot. He stood back out there and danced around watching his shot. At least when I was playing, they taught us follow your shot. Lob pass inside nicely. Brisbane lays it up. Won't get it. Takes his own rebound. Now it's on the floor. Picked off by Anchorage. Ludwig with the ball. Bring it outside. And he'll give it to Anderson. Anderson. Abdul being hawked by Campbell. Gives to Brisbane. Pat Brisbane had the ball stolen by Hirai in the back court. Jared now will bring it over the 10-second line. Kicks it down to McLeod. Back out to Hirai. Cross court. Almost, and it is. Good defense. Very good defense from Halstead. What he did was he got between Jones and the ball, and Jones couldn't see it coming. By the time it got there, it was through his hands and out of bounds. Just good hustle defense. Out comes Campbell, and into the ball game comes Benton for Sitka High. Now they got to get the ball on the inside and let Bryant shoot. Easy to say, right? A 9-point lead for West Anchorage, 55-46. 6.5 minutes to play in the basketball game. Outside, Ludwig to Brisbane, to Ludwig. And they don't mind bringing Brisbane out because they've got Abdul to roll inside. And there's a nice steal from McLeod. Ahead, Jones. Jones now in the back court. Goes to Hirai. Hirai to Jones. Jones now being hawked, still being hawked, being fouled, no call. Because there was no intention, I guess. And that was not a good pass. 3 orange shirts around 1 white shirt. Sorry, guys. It's very smart. 55-46, a 9-point difference. Anderson being checked by Hirai. Now the switch is on. And boy, I'll tell you, Pat Krena almost stole the ball from a guard. Bisson getting ready to come back in the ball game. Yes. And out will come McLeod. Campbell getting ready to come back in the ball game. And who will come out? Out will come Johnson. Or rather Jones, excuse me. I'm going to have trouble with that all year long. You know that, don't you? Anchorage will put the ball into play. There's the out-of-bounds play. They just bring it on out to Pat Brisbane. He is just, in my mind, he's been the best player on the floor tonight. Fadeaway jumper, knocks it down. Eric Ludwig. Hey, it's now 56-46, a 10-point lead. Ludwig's first basket, I think. And what a time for it. A 3-2 zone, and watch it go to a 1-2-2. They'll just put a chaser out there on whoever the guard is. Chaser's Anderson. And there's a foul. That one's on Ludwig, and that's 4 on him. And that's 5 team fouls or 6 team fouls against West. I'm not sure. It looks like 5. The board says 5, so it's a possession situation. Bisson on top. And I think West has figured out how to stop is just pull your defense inside. Campbell back out. Krena, the inside guy, shoots the 3-pointer. 57-49. But your guards aren't shooting that shot. Anderson, little 12-foot jumper, won't go. Rebound. Benton, he's fouled from behind by Abdul. That's 4 on Abdul. That'll be 6 team fouls. So it's a possession situation. Sitka's got the ball. Abdul has got a bunch of fouls, and Holquist has got 4. Abdul has got 4. And yet Sitka's been charging more fouls in this half than have the Eagles. Out on top, Campbell to Krenna. Krenna, there he is, far side. He right. Now they'll go to Campbell. Somebody's got to shoot that outside shot when the zone gives it to you. Quick, into Krenna. Dumps it inside. We get a foul across the arm. I think it's going to go on Ludwig. If it is, it's 5. And that's who it is. And I don't know. That was kind of like one of those no harm, no call fouls. As a matter of fact, it could have cost Sitka because Benton, who got the dump off pass, was in the clear underneath, nobody around him. Commodore's getting ready to come in the basketball game for Sitka, and will it be Heroy? Let's take a look and see. In the meantime, shooting the 1-on-1, we've got Pat Krenna at the free throw line. Commodore does come in, and Benton will come out. To the line, shooting the 1-on-1. Pat Krenna. Tonight, Pat has been, he's 5 for 5 from the free throw line, 6 for 6. That's not bad for a guy who started out as a center and now plays power forward. 57-50, he can cut the lead to 6 points, but we're running out of time, folks. There's 4:20 left to play. Shots up, shot doesn't go. Abdul with the rebound for West to Anderson. Anderson in the backcourt. Pressure's on, gives to Butler. Butler over the 10-second line, carried the ball, no call. Right in front of our camera. Anderson to Butler. Butler being hawked by Commodore, still being hawked by Commodore. Baseline's not there. He'll bring it back out, and they'll go to Holquist. To Anderson. Quick pass to Holquist. Holquist now being hawked, still being hawked. Little push off. He shouldn't be fooling around like that. He's packing 4 fouls. Butler hawked by Commodore. Quick hook pass over to Anderson. Oh, and Anderson finally gets it to Brisbane, who goes underneath to Butler. His shot blocked out of bounds beautifully by Pat Krenna. 57-50 though, and it's still Anchorage's ball, and we're down to 3.5 minutes. Both these teams have had big wins over each other. This one's a lot closer. Butler with the ball as they'll just spread her out and spread her out. Now give to Anderson. Anderson on the drive, stops, hook pass, just a poor pass. Anderson lost the handle. They had Brisbane in the clear underneath, and Anderson lost the handle. Jones back in the ball game, and out comes Commodore. And into the ball game comes Benton, and out will come Campbell. You just have to wonder, what would it be like if Jeff Keeter were still in the game? Heroy to Jones. Back to Heroy. They got the guard spread. They get the zone spread, but if they, oh, great steal by Butler. Heroy will not be able to block his shot, and it's 59-50 with 3 minutes exactly to play in the game. But West realizes that there'll be no shooting from 2 of those guards out there. There's a 3 from Jones. 59-53. Now it's interesting as all get out, isn't it? 6 points, 2:42 to play. Anderson goes to Butler. Butler back to Anderson. They'll stretch it and sit on the ball as long as they can. There's no clock in high school ball. Abdullah's out to help out in case the guards get jammed up. But they're all right. There's the double team. And there's a nice breakup by Jones. And it goes off of Abdul is the ruling from referee Charlie Brown. And the Eagles want a timeout with 2:25 to play. And the score, Anchorage 59, Sitka 53. We're back to basketball. We're down to the last 2:25 of this basketball game. Sitka down by 8 is now down by 6, or down by 9 is now but down by 6. Actually, they were behind 56-46. They're now behind 59-53. But they're playing without Jeff Keita. And the guys, somebody's got to stay inside. They go to Benton. Benton, oh, little weak lob pass. There's Jones along with a three-pointer. 2 in a row for Jones. And it's 59-56, a 3-point difference. Now does the momentum switch to Sitka? That's the question. Anderson in the backcourt. He's over and back. and the referee didn't call it. They will call a foul on Crenna. But the referee on the far side, Anderson had his left foot over the 10-second line, then brought his whole body back behind the 10-second line, and the way I learned it, that's over and back. Oh, do the refs watch the tapes, I wonder? At the line, Anderson, who is 2 for 2. That's a guy you don't want to foul. The foul is on Crenna, which is 4 personals. And now Sitka will take a timeout with 1:56 to play. The score, West Anchorage 59, Sitka 56. Back to basketball, and there's not much of it left. 1:56 to play in this game, and the West Anchorage Eagles, losers last night by 26 points, are ahead 59 to 56. And they're also at the free throw line in the person of Jeff Anderson, a 5'11" junior guard. Anderson tonight has only 2 points in the ball game, but he has directed the offense out there. And he shoots them right-handed, one-handed on the way, swish. He's 3 for 3, I believe, from the free throw line. 60 to 56, a 4-point lead. It was a 1 3-pointer would tie the game. Now it's going to take a 3 and a free throw, or if this one goes in, it's going to take a 3 and a field goal. It goes. Pressure shooting by Anderson, you betcha. Now the pass comes to Hirai. To Jones, quickly up ahead to Bisson. That's the kind of passing you look to see. Bisson, quick pass inside, broken up and control. Actually, the pass was too far for Crenna. Brisbane was there to snaffle it up, and he goes to Anderson. Ahead they go to Abdul, and now they'll just try to run a clock. They're 1:30 to go. There's the jump ball, but I think they, if I remember right, nope, the arrow's going to Sitka. That's right. So it's Sitka with the basketball. They need some points. They're down by 5. Pass to Hirai. Hirai as West Anchorage, I'm sorry, the Eagles, forgive me. Nice pass inside. Crenna gets it down. Great pass from Jones. But the Eagles were in a man-to-man defense, and there's a steal. Nope, there's a steal. Nope, there's the foul. Yeah, Bisson had him, but he had his arm and he had his ribs from the other side. And, you know, so for Aaron Bisson, that is personal foul number 3. That's 9 team fouls, so it's still a 1-on-1 for West Anchorage. But who they got on the line? Kevin Butler. He and Anderson, the 2 guys in Abdul, you want them at the line. Butler is 0 for 1, but you know he's a dead-eye shooter. He's their designated 3-point guy. His team's up by 3 points, 61 to 58. Shot on the way, and it won't go. Rebound, what? We got to cross the line too soon on Pat Crenna, and he'll get to try it again. Those little things that kill you. Crenna trying to get the edge on Brisbane. Brisbane's 6'5", Crenna's 6'3". You got to figure you need an edge somewhere. That shot's good. So it's 62 to 58. And now it takes 3 and 1 or 2 field goals, and 1:12 left on the clock, and that shot's good. That's 20 points in the ball game for that young man. Against the pressure, Hirai brings it down. They'll try to set it up. We in the man-to-man. We're in the man-to-man. Jones for 3. Yes. 63 to 61. Now Sitka trying to create the turnover in the backcourt. Okay, get it up to Butler over the 10-second line to Abdul. We're down to 45 seconds in the game. Are they going to foul? Yes. They foul Butler. Crenna goes, who am I supposed to foul out here? He's the guy with the ball, coach. For Pat Crenna, that is foul number 5, I believe. With a little luck, it's 4, and it is. So that's 5, and he's gone. And what do you think? Commodore or Campbell? Nope, it's 4. Nope, it's 5. The clock's got 5. They're signaling 5. Somebody's got to hit. Well, I think that it is the scorekeeper's job or the timer's job to hit the horn. The scorekeeper tells him hit the horn. Then the guy can't leave because the guy can't leave the floor until that signal is made. Listen to Krenna's hand. So Bennett, 16 points for Krenna for his evening's work, but his team's down by 2 and they're at the free throw line, and we got 44 seconds to play. Benton is in the ball game for Pat Krenna, and Sitka High wants a timeout. And can they get it? No, the shooter's got the ball in his hand. Shots up, shots good. Now they can get the timeout. (64-61), a timeout. We'll be back right after this. Back to basketball, 44 seconds to play. Folks, this game, it's not one that is recommended for folks for people with heart conditions. However, who cares? 64-61, and at the line, Kevin Butler, who was 0 for 1, now he's 1 for 2. If he gets this one, he's 2 for 3, and his team may be out too far for Sitka to catch. It depends on how quickly they can score. He nails them both. 4-point difference, 65-61. Hirai has got to get it up. There comes the defense out to catch him. The pass will go cross court to Bisson. Bisson looking for help. Down to Jones. Jones back to Bisson. Quickly inside Benton, and Benton is fouled by Abdul. That's 5 fouls on Abdul, and he'll be leaving. So Abdul is fouled out. Yep. And into the basketball game. They're not going with a big kid. They're just going to go with Will Newman. So it'll be a 3-guard offense for the Eagles. Look at Brisbane has just gone the whole game. Pat Brisbane, wouldn't you love to see him playing for one of your teams, huh? So it'll be Sitka at the free throw line, or rather, excuse me, yeah. And it's Brian Benton, and he shoots free throws pretty good too. He's 2 for 2 tonight. He's 2 for 2, and guess who got the rebound? Oh, Brisbane, and his pass is off of Butler's hand and out of bounds, so the Wolves will get it back. Jones is their only real 3-point shooter on the floor, and he's the guy who's inbounding the ball, and they want a timeout. This Wolves do, and I can see why. 26 seconds to play in the game, and the score is West Anchorage 65 and the Sitka Wolves 61. Back to basketball, back to 26 seconds to play, back to West Anchorage 65 and Sitka High 61. Sitka with the basketball. Then it'll be Scott Jones inbounding on the outside. The rotation comes out, the guard gets the ball, the clock is running down. Campbell will go down to Jones. Jones collects the crowd. Little hook pass inside to Benton, broken up by Anchorage. This ball game is just about over, folks. There's the foul. And you can get it to Jones or Hirai, either one, and they fouled a little late to boot. And it will be a 2-shot foul. That is the 10th team foul against the Wolves. 14 seconds. They're down by 4, and guess who's there? Kevin Butler, who is 80% from the free throw line tonight. 4 for 5. Little knee flex, nice soft touch, in and out, no, won't go. He gets a second shot. Right now, Sitka would have to have 2 field goals or a 3 and a free throw to tie, and a 3 and a field goal to win, and they've only got 13 seconds on that clock. That shot's on the way, make it a 5-point lead, and this thing's about over. Jones, cross court to Bisson, Bisson now. Little pump fake, no. Rebound Jones. Gives off to Bisson outside Hirai for 3 at the buzzer, no. And the ball game is over. And talk about a reversal and a half. The West Anchorage High School Eagles, the orange and black, from Romig Hill come back from a 26-point defeat last night to down the Sitka High School Wolves 66-61. Strange things are done neath the midnight sun, folks, and this is one of them. We'll be back after this. Well, 66-61, and that's not good news if you're a Sitka High School fan or a Sitka High School player. The Wolves had their chances, and so did the Eagles from West Anchorage High School, who probably pulled the comeback of the year, or at least the comeback of the year so far, having lost last night 62-36, then coming back and winning by 5 tonight. And really, it was in the second half, it was a question of which team made the fewer mistakes, and that's exactly what happened. And for the guys from Sitka High, it's just too bad. And what else is too bad is none of them are old enough to go to the Moose Luau at the end of the month, Dan, on January 31st. Hope we don't have a ball game. We're going to mic Bob up if we do, because I'm going to put on my Aloha shirt and head for the Moose on January 31. You got it. How we doing, Jim? We about ready with the stats?
Yeah.
Okay, Jim Brown and the stats.
Okay, for a quick wrap-up of the game here, 66-61, West Anchorage coming out victorious. First of all, for West Anchorage, leading the way was Kevin Butler with 23 points, 16 points, 4 steals, and 2 blocks from Pat Brisbane to go along with probably at least 10 rebounds. 7 points apiece from Jeremy Hultquist, Will Newman, and Abdul Amin. 4 points from Jeff Anderson and 2 points from Eric Ludwig. For Sitka, leading the way for them was 16 points and 3 steals from Pat Krenna, 15 from Scott Jones, who hit 4 three-pointers, getting real hot in the fourth quarter. 8 points from Jarrett Heroy, 6 from Aaron Bisson, 4 from Dustin McLeod, and 2 points to go with 7 rebounds from Brian Benton, and also 9 for Jeff Keita.
And Jeff Keita, of course, only got the first half in. It looked like he banged his eye and got a cut. And so more than likely, he had to leave the game, and more than likely he probably went down to SCH and got a couple of stitches put in. He didn't appear to be in any kind of real pain or anything, more like he was irked that he was going to have to leave the game than anything else. So for the Wolves, it's a good learning experience. Don't ever take anybody for granted. And for the Eagles, it's also a great experience to know that you can be down that far and come back. So the Eagles go to 6-3 on the year, and the Wolves go to 5-3 on the year. And I'm not sure when we're coming back for our next game. So we'll give you that final score again. It was the West Anchorage High School Eagles 61 and the Sitka High School Wolves 56. On behalf of our KSCT TV broadcast crew, Dan Edelin on the cameras, Jim Brown on the stats. This is Terry Pegues, your play-by-play guy, reminding you folks, Steve Agbaba had a dead right when he said, whoever you are and whatever you do, support your local athletics. Good night.